So are you confused where to invest your money in 2025 and you heard about this mutual fund everywhere and you have no idea about it? Then don't worry, you are at the right video where I'll be explaining about mutual funds and how to invest in mutual funds and what are the advantages and disadvantages, all this in 10 to 15 minutes. So watch till the end, let's get started. So what is a mutual fund? Mutual fund is a pool of money. So if I give you a simple example, let's say people like you who have a lot of money, or let's say you want to invest some money, there are thousands of people who wants to invest their money. Okay, so looking at this consideration and they don't know where to invest their money, we have a fund manager who has created a fund. Okay, and he says that to buy this fund minimum you need 100 rupees to buy this fund, so anybody can come and invest in this particular fund. So there's thousands of people who have money who wants to buy one unit will pay, let's say, 100 rupees and buy a unit over here. Someone will buy a two unit by paying 200 rupees. All right, so like this, a lot of people will invest a lot of money in this particular fund. Okay, so mutually everybody are putting their money together in a pool. Okay, money pool in one place, and this has been taken care by the fund manager. So you don't have to break your head, everything is taken care by the fund manager itself. Now, what the fund manager will do, the fund manager, by taking all the money from everyone mutually, he will invest in a lot of stocks. Let's say a mutual fund will have a variety of stocks, so you will not be investing in a single stock. Okay, so you will be investing in variety of stocks decided by the fund manager on various sector, deciding the diversification and risk management. And it can also be a mutual fund of bonds, debt mutual fund, or it can be gold, it can be real estate. Depending on the fund manager, he will decide whether what type of mutual fund he wants to create, or he can create a hybrid mutual fund where he can mix stocks, few bonds, or gold, or real estate. Depending upon his risk tolerance, he will create a mutual fund, and whatever money you will be investing will be going into this particular fund which he has created. If I can relate this with, let's say, a cricket team, IPL cricket team, whatever your favorite cricket team, my favorite team is RCB, I'm from Bangalore. So let's say if you want to create your own team for the next IPL match, the coach or the selecting team or even the fans want a good batsman, a good bowler, and all-rounder, a team of balanced team. Okay, so we have a good batsman, bowler, and all-rounder, so that the team gives a proper output for us. So the output depends on each and everyone how they contribute. Same way, a fund manager will decide what type of stocks, which sector stocks or bonds or gold rate, he will balance the overall mutual fund. He will balance so that the output will have, it can manage risk and return together. So he will be balancing his mutual fund just like how a coach or a team management will select his team, and how the team will perform depends on each season. Some certain season certain teams will do good, certain season they will not do good. Same way in mutual fund, in certain market cycles it will do good, and certain market cycles it will not do good, because depends on the stocks and bonds and gold which they have selected in their mutual fund. So just like an IPL team, even our mutual fund has been taken care and diversified so that the performance comes out better. That is what we expect from it. But again, it is subjected to market risk and market performances also. So few important things which you have to keep in mind in terms of mutual fund is it has been managed by a professional fund manager, not by an individual. So a manager who's qualified or a team will take care of this overall fund. So it is one way good thing, and it reduces the risk by diversifying investments. If you are putting in a single stock, all the risk is on that stock or that company. But here they're diversifying into multiple stocks and sectors, or even assets like bonds and gold and all that. So it reduces risk. Yes, return also will reduce, because more the risk, more return, less the risk, less the return. But end of the day, the more we reduce risk, it is safer in investment. So it will diversify the investments, mutual fund. Then it is ideal for beginners with limited stock market knowledge, because if you want to buy a company or equity, you should have some good knowledge about it. Or if you want to buy 3 4 stocks, you should have good knowledge. If not, you will lose your money over there. So if you don't have any idea, you're a beginner to stock market, I think stock market in mutual fund is the best option to invest, and that'll be easy because it is taken care by the fund manager. So you don't have to break your head. All you have to do is arrange your money and plan how you're going to invest in that. So now that you understand what is mutual fund, now let's go to the next part, how to invest in mutual funds. Okay, so for that I will go step by step, easy methods I will explain you. So first one is step one, that is that you should open an investment account. That is nothing but a demat account, whichever company you are having a demat account, they will be having this mutual fund platform, so you can use them. Let's say examples of, let's say, some safe demat accounts example, and let's say Zerodha, Grow, Upstox, Angel One, etc. So if you have like this any of the brokers to invest your money, you can use them. So if you don't have such type of brokers to invest, then you have some safe brokers over there. So I've given the link in the video description, so you can click and open your account and start your investing. So if you have any doubt while opening the account, you can WhatsApp to the given number in this particular screen. So through your demat account or your investment account, you can check out all the mutual funds. So before investing in a mutual fund, there are certain things which you need to check out. So let's go to the step 2. So choose the type of mutual fund, because in mutual fund we have different types which you need to understand, because there will be a lot of names and you will be confused to understand what are these mutual funds and how to understand them. So therefore I'm breaking it down into equity mutual funds. Okay, that is nothing but your stock companies and all that. It has high returns and high risk. And then we have something called debt funds, mutual funds, which is a little bit comparatively safe, it's like a fixed income and less risk. Example, your bonds are your debt mutual funds. And then we have something called hybrid, where you have a mix of equity, that is stocks and all that, and debt, so that we have high risk and less risk balanced together. So it's a hybrid, so it is balanced mutual fund. So these are the three types of mutual funds. So depending on your risk appetite, you can decide which type of mutual fund you want to go, and next time you can check out what type of mutual fund is this. Is this a equity, is it a debt, what is the risk, and all that you can evaluate. Then comes the next step, that you should decide whether you want to do an SIP or a lump sum. When I say SIP, it's called a systematic investment planning, where you'll be investing a small amounts monthly, best for salaried people, because every month you'll be getting certain salary and you want to save some portion of it. Then you can use as a SIP, where monthly you can decide, let's say example, I want to put 500 rupees a month, 1000 rupees a month in terms of any mutual fund. I can invest in multiple mutual funds. Maybe I'll buy an equity mutual fund, one debt mutual fund, and one hybrid mutual fund. It's up to you how much mutual fund you want, but you can decide, okay, in one mutual fund I'll put 500, one more mutual fund I'll put 500. So you are diversifying into different mutual fund, because different fund managers are there. It depends how they perform, so you're investing on different fund managers. Then we have the lump sum, that is nothing but invest big at once, better for those who with surplus cash. So for example, you got a bonus, you have a lump sum money, still you can invest in one shot also, or you can invest monthly also, up to you what is your requirement and what is that your availability is. And the last step, what I would say, is compare the funds, because before investing you need to compare the past returns, how the mutual fund has performed. You need to check what is the CAGR it has given, an average it has given for 3 years, 5 years, and compare which fund is doing better consistently and all that. So you need to compare the past returns, and also you need to check out the fund manager experience to see whether the fund manager, is he new, is he old, how well experienced he is, and the returns he has generated till now. So that will play a big role also. And finally, the expense ratio, the charges what the mutual fund managers will be charging on you, because if the ratio is high, then every year you will be losing certain percentage as a fee over there, and compounding, there will be a bigger difference in long term. So you should ensure that your expense ratios are not that high. So you need to check out and compare which is giving a very good expense ratio. So after doing all these checks, that is when you will plan whether you want to invest or not. So that is up to you whether you want to invest or not. You can compare all these parameters before blindly putting in some mutual fund. You can compare this and then decide which one you want to invest or not. Just like every other assets, even mutual fund have certain advantages and disadvantages. So now we will discuss about what are the advantage of investing in mutual fund. See, first of all, it is a professional management, so experts will be handling your money, so you don't have to break your head, you don't have to daily search what's happening in the market, what's everything is taken care by the expert. He will track the market, he will do the changes of underlying assets inside the fund. So everything is taken care by a professional management team. Next is low starting amount, starts with just 500 in SIP. So let's say if you want to buy a site or something, you need lakhs of money, but if you want to do invest in a mutual fund, you need only 500 rupees. Let's say example, monthly, if you put 500, you can start investing with a starting point with lower money. So that is one advantage for most of them in terms of mutual fund. And then finally, the diversification, because it reduces risk compared to investing in one stock. Like I told you, the more you diversify, the risk also reduces. Yes, the return also reduces, but end of the day, how you manage risk matters, because we have only 100% for us risk for us. If all the 100% of the capital goes, we are out of the market. So how you reduce the risk depends. So diversification matters, how the mutual fund manager has diversified. So definitely he will diversify into different different sectors according to his experience or different assets also. So that is one advantage which you are getting, because as an individual you may invest only in single stock, which is a little bit more risky. Talking about the disadvantages, like every advantage there is something a disadvantage, a flip side of a coin. So let's say market risk returns are not guaranteed, because see, these mutual funds are linked to, let's say, a equity mutual fund. If the market is down, obviously mutual fund also comes down, right? So you cannot guarantee that I will get every month 12% something. So what people say is that overall, let's say 10 years, it has given an average of 12%, 15%. So that's how you take care. So there is definitely a market risk. If our overall market is doing bad for consistently for a few years, then the returns will be bad also. So we have a market risk over there. If market does good, we will do good also. Then we have something called expense ratio, which I told you. Fund managers charge a fee for management. So they'll be charging, they will not do charity for you. So they will be taking care of everything. So they will charge a fee on overall the AUM. So they'll be charging a fee on your portfolio also, like everybody is distributed equally. So in a long term, in compounding, there will be a big difference if the expense ratio is higher. So you need to plan that there is a fee involved in mutual fund. Then you have something called lock-in period, because some funds require 3-year lock-in period. So if you are having certain commitment money and you are putting, let's say after 1 year I'll take it out, I have to pay a fee or something. If you're putting in mutual fund, and you should ensure that that fund doesn't have a lock-in period, because you will not be able to liquidate that fund up to 3 years. So whatever, let's say today, this month you put, let's say 1 lakh rupees, you have to wait for 3 years, and next month you put 1 lakh rupees, you have to wait 3 years 1 month, like that. So you cannot take out the money together. Every SIP which you put, it has to wait till 3 years to take out that money. So lock-in periods will be there. So that is one disadvantage. It is the way of system doing. So you should be aware of that. So before taking in mutual fund, you need to decide all these things. So that's more about mutual fund, and I hope it helps a lot of beginners. So a few tips I would like to give for beginners is that invest via SIP for consistency, because I know that in lump sum we don't invest always, we don't get that motivation to invest. By doing SIP, we will have a consistency, because we will do a small money. So every month when you do, you will get a habit of investing. So SIP is good and consistent, so it is good. And then never withdraw in panic, because market fluctuations are normal, because in market there will be corrections which will be taking place. So every time when the market goes down, you should not panic. You should continue with your SIP, because you should buy in the top also, you should buy in the down also. That's how SIP works in a long term. So you need to see it in a long term game, not like a few months it went down, it came down. You can't keep tracking your portfolio always. So market fluctuations are normal if you see the overall chart of a Nifty or whatever. Then avoid funds with high expense ratios. They eat your profit. Like I told you, again, expense ratio, the charges, if it is higher, it will eat your profit. So plan, because after 10-20 years of compounding, it will eat a big portion of your money. So think about it and plan accordingly. So hope you got an idea about what is a mutual fund and how to invest in mutual fund, what are the advantages, disadvantages and all that. And if you like this particular video, then hit that like button and also subscribe button. If you have any other topics in your mind, do let me know in the comments. I will try to make videos for you guys. And once again, if you don't have a demat account, if you want to open a demat account, the link is in video description. You can click and open it. So see you soon in one more learning video. Till then, take care, stay safe.